Guys, welcome to the Neptune and Professor Juice podcast. I mean, the Voodoo Warrior couldn't be with us today.
Damn.
I mean, the nigga ain't dead or anything like that.
He's just missing for this podcast specifically.
Yeah, he was with his all-male orgy over in Connecticut right now.
Yeah. Wow. Connecticut, huh?
What's worse, the Connecticut or the all-male orgy?
Honestly, I don't even know what... Connecticut, yeah.
Voodoo Warrior's not going to be with us this week, but next week he's going to slide through.
Yeah.
So, while we're here today, we actually want to talk about a little bit ourselves as the black nerds within an industry.
True.
And also, how come these hoes don't like us?
Yeah. Speaking of these hoes.
No, okay, wait. We can't say hoes. I'll never.
Speaking of these bitches. I know we're not the only one that deals with it. Do you think there's a difference between... You see, people really believe... Do you think there's a lot of people believe that nerds can't get girls?
Okay, there's a little bit of mixed conception, because... When you read, target, the whole nerd era, back in, let's say, 1980s, 1990s, even, going past that, nerds were, it used to be just, a niche,
Yeah.
Were you into video games? Were you into comic books?
Anime, you were just shunned upon for some reason by other
honestly,
people that don't.
The actual brand topic of nerd has been, gradually expanded to, basically everyone.
To the point where it's being the norm.
Yeah, and that's not even... to me, I don't think that's a bad thing. I like the fact that, more people are getting into comic books, anime. Ever since the Marvel movie came out, everyone...
Yeah, I think Marvel pushed the phase for everyone jumping into...
Yeah. Even more and more people are getting into video games, even older adults, women especially.
Yeah, but here's the shit about that. We were literally bashed on back in school for being nerds. Let me start by the classic. Oh, you watch DBZ? They thought it different. But now all of a sudden, 10 years later?
They don't say, okay, nerds call it DBZ, other people call it Dragon Ball Z. They say the whole thing. Oh, yeah. We say the acronym.
Yeah, we say, right? That makes us special. You feel me? So, and then all of a sudden, you catch them on Insta doing all these cosplays of anime characters. You see them jumping in, you see them putting out videos, streaming. They're in the spotlight of gaming now. And it makes you wonder, what changed your mind? What changed your mind? Did you find that gamer boys are the most loyal and most superior race to have as male partners in a male partnership?
Oh my god, see, this is the type of shit a lot of women are afraid of, because this is where a lot of gamers gotta get weird. Because let's be honest, nerds in general, I would say they freak some people out.
They do,
but when you have to kind of look at it to a person who doesn't read, follow comic books, follow all that stuff, from the outside looking in, you're just looking at why this motherfucker got stickers all over his car.
But yeah, okay, the sticker things can put. I really don't like the sticker things, to be honest.
I mean, that's the thing. So how much nerd do you stop it at?
Well, no disrespect to cosplayers, when you see them sleep in their cosplay uniform and they're furries, it kind of makes you kind of back off a little bit, because let's be real here. I'm saying it straight up.
Wait, how's a furry?
A furry?
Yeah, what's a furry?
People that dress in those giant, cuddly animal suits. Furry.
Oh, okay. Oh, so they're just cosplaying.
Oh, that's just another category compared to cosplay. It's a mix of both. But let's be real here. Let me point something out. You can fight me on this. Nerds, having a nerd boyfriend is by far, it's easy. It's they're the most loyal people ever.
Oh, so nerds don't cheat?
What are we gonna cheat? What are we gonna do? Go find another girl? We have you. What do you know we're gonna cheat on? COD. For some reason, everybody's cheating on COD these days on Warzone. So what? Come on now. What's the point of even cheat? Most of these guys that do cheat focus on other things and supposedly have valid reasons, which they don't exist. But us nerds, I'm just gonna be home playing video games, bro. You think I'm out there slaying? I already got you. Stop playing.
Ooh.
All right, you see, I rhymed that shit. Give me some fist. Come on now, man. I'm working on my. You think I'm working on my stroke game? I'm working on my playtime. But
but okay. There's also like other things where I think there are points where there are times like nerds do get a little bit too desperate.
Yeah,
but like, but then you got like really kind of classify like what are you really gonna classify it like as a nerd? You know, because it's okay to actually, you know, have someone take interest on the things that you like, right? Because like back when I was a kid, let's say 8th grade year when I first got into comic books, right? And honestly, I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. Where you know you're in another world, you're freaking getting into so many other like characters. You know, everything's just like so like just fluid in general, right? And you actually do find people that end up taking interest in that if they're open-minded. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes those things get like a really bad like, you know, reputation
because people take it too seriously.
Yeah, they do. Because like once you read comic books, you're just like in this rabbit hole of like
if you don't follow their perspective of a comic book, like their passion of a comic book by not following their content, they'll get butthurt to believe.
Then there's this like whole level of nerdom where nerds are toxic to other nerds.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Anime. Okay, so basically anime nerds. The whole fight with Sasuke versus Naruto. Yeah, I thought it was just like a friendly banter. That shit is just like fucking. That's like all out war. Like pretty my friends like were at each other's throats about like why Naruto can beat Sasuke or like vice versa, some shit. And back in my head, I was like, yo. I'm like I can't even get past episode 20 sometimes.
Right, I feel it. It's like the dumb console war. Have you realized every time it tries to have a different war between different subjects? Like, remember the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 war? Mm-hmm. I remember how people used to argue. They say the most basic backup. Oh, this has better graphics. This has better gameplay. No, let's calm down. If someone comes up to you and that's how they argue, they don't know any other way of basically defending their point. They're just basically being ignorant and stubborn at the same time, in my opinion.
But now there's always a way to just kind of getting people into basically, you know, other interests, because I would like it more if more and more people just kind of got into just pop culture, the cartoons, animated shows, hell, even like a little bit of cosplay here and there. And I'm not even talking about girls, like guys and girls, because, you know, that shit is fun and that's something new to do. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because there are actually a lot of people, especially in my age group within 24 to 27, where all you can do is go out and drink.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does.
Sometimes it makes the week pass by.
Yeah, it's like, good social hour.
Like we do it.
Yeah, I do it for sure.
We do it.
I mean, I sound like a hypocrite saying that. Yeah, but I freaking do it, and I'm a bartender, bro.
I feel you. You're right. And the thing about doing it, if you do it every week, every day, okay, you don't. No, wait, what am I saying? Okay, no, because constantly. You ever have one of those friends where I don't know? You always have those group of friends where all they do is drink, smoke, and party. And work. It's like, guys, do you have any other hobbies to do? But at the same time, as I'm ranting about it, I'm not going to judge them, because honestly, that's probably the way they cope.
Yeah, of course. So I mean, when you have a long week, it's really kind of hard to tell your friends that in that type of perspective, like, yo, y'all just want to like come home and just do some puzzles and shit.
Right, exactly. Like, you don't want to. Yeah, right. It's scared to tell them that. It's like,
I got some Legos in my house. Y'all want to play with that?
You want to binge watch Pokemon? I don't know, something like that.
I did have some friends that wanted to binge watch the Star Wars Legacy. That was actually pretty fun. Then I realized how fucking long Star Wars was.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah. And you don't want to be that person that says, I don't want to do this, or you think they might ruin the fun for everybody else. So that's the shitty part.
Yeah, well, I think when you jump in too much into nerd culture, your social skills kind of like...
It goes away a little bit.
Yeah, it goes away like little by little, because you only know how to talk to other nerds.
Yeah, pretty much. You don't really know how to general social from a general point of view. So that's the subject. I think that's the biggest problem to why people... Most nerds, like, that's why nerds, it's like a 50-50. You either meet that open-minded, well-rounded nerd, like us, Shots fired.
You know what's crazy? I don't even like identify that much as a nerd. I just like. Here's the thing. I love comic books. I love video games. But sometimes there are things that I can't dig too deep into.
Because it's unnecessary. Just know the basics.
Yeah.
It's not like someone's going to walk up to you and give you a whole questionnaire on what's all the enemies in Demon Slayer.
I would not even know how to keep up that conversation. Like, bro, I'm going to Google all this stuff that you're telling me.
I'll tell you, Demon Slayer is by far one of the most beautiful animes I've ever seen when it comes to combat. Visually, it's beautiful.
And that's the thing, too. When you show someone actually, like, the amazing aesthetics of, like, you know, animation,
visuals
anime,
and all that, yeah.
Yo, they would 8 times out of 10 they'll get into it, or you know, the slim 20% chance to be like, yo, why the fuck do I care about these cartoons?
Pretty much,
it's just not real.
And you know, I seen an example. Speaking of the whole, I had a tech class, and the thing about that tech class, there was this person. He would watch One Piece every day on his free time. He'll rewatch the same episodes over and over.
Wait. So here's the thing. I know what One Piece is, and I've actually watched that show regularly. I like that show, and I watch it weekly. But you're telling me he watches the same episode?
Same episode, same saga, over and over. Because I think he didn't really have a Hulu account.
There's about to be 1,000 episodes in freaking One Piece. This
was a couple years ago while One Piece was still kind of fresh. No, still long road ahead, but still kind of fresh.
Even if a couple of years ago.
Yeah, true.
One Piece had like 700 episodes.
That is true. But all he did was basically talk anime and do anime gestures. I don't know, doing anime gestures like Kamehameha in class in front of other people.
You know what scared a lot of people? When that one kid was doing the fucking Naruto one in recess. The Naruto run.
Oh, yeah.
And that one motherfucker doing the Naruto run in recess, that's where it started it all.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, outside looking in, looking at that motherfucker like, yo, who taught him that shit? And we should beat him up because of it.
Pretty much. It's like if you go to a club and you start doing TikTok dances, we're gonna slap the shit out of you and kick you out. Don't you ever start bringing these trend dances into a club. Don't you ever fucking do that.
There's like another spectrum of weird niches that are like going on, because like TikTok dances, you ever just see that shit like out in the open? That shit's just kind of weird.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Because someone literally just put their phone down in front of like a table, and they're just doing these random dances where there's actual foot traffic going on. You gotta watch that shit because, you know, niggas in your fucking way.
Pretty much.
I'm like, yo, white bitch, what's going on? Like, what are you doing this for?
Yeah. She's
doing the freaking sprinklers and hula hooping.
It's a bunch of cheerleading dances. It's literally cheerleading dances. When you look at it, if you look at it carefully, almost every single TikTok dance, some of them are pretty smooth.
Oh yeah, people are I ain't gonna lie, there are some people that know how to move, but sometimes the actual gesture of TikTok dances. There's one Into the Thick of It.
Oh,
I don't get it. I genuinely do not get it.
Or how that song, bad bitch, but go bad bitch, go bad bitch, go, where they start licking their thumb and shit. I think most of these dances
I don't follow TikTok enough to figure that out, but like when there's like a trend that booms, you know, it's always gonna hit other platforms like Twitter, Instagram, stuff that I use, even Facebook. So you're gonna
see it regardless.
Yeah, with it. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? What's Into the Thick of it? This is a kid's show.
Because most of these trends now left the whole general cringy trends, and enter the trends of making women look seductive. Basically, if you look at, like, it's all social media now. I know, not to jump the gun on different topics. Social media kind of caters to a very fucked up crowd or set of people. I'm gonna name 5.
Okay.
Thoughts.
Oh, okay. Don't say
no.
Thoughts.
I'm saying it. I'm sorry. No, I don't give a crap. I'm saying, and then no.
Don't say thought.
But you know what? I'll take it back. No, I get no. I'm gonna say they even put it in their bio. E-thoughts.
What does e-thoughts stand for?
I think like electronic or internet thoughts or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I've seen them put it in their bio. E-thoughts. They even thoughts. You know, honestly, I'll take it back. OnlyFans. Only fangirls.
Well, that's like another thing that's like another separate thing, because with the whole like influence of TikTok and stuff, it doesn't really. I'm a grown man, first of all. Like, I don't really care for like children dancing. That's one thing.
Okay.
Right? There is like a crowd that gets catered to like actually like love seeing like, you know, these girls like dance, or like girls and guys dance and shit, you know, because, you know, they just like
you mainly see the girls dance. You don't see much of the guys. Like on my
that guy's gonna have like 4 retweets or some shit like
pretty
that.
Much.
That girl's gonna hit the algorithm fast.
Oh yeah, she's gonna hit. If she has the body and she's shaking the right body parts,
she's gonna hit the algorithm fast.
She has to eat like a fast pass in the Disney ride. Listen, there's only fangirls, porn girls, and this is literally the majority you see. Young girls that are trying to be big but don't realize they're over-sexualizing themselves and putting themselves in a predicament where they can't be understood when they finally get the fan base. That's one. Rapists. Yes, rapists are... For some reason, I don't know what it is with TikTok and pushing the agenda for pedophiles, but for some reason, it kind of builds their clout. When they get exposed, it's not like Bill Cosby going to jail. If you get exposed for talking to a 13-year-old girl, you can get fucking canceled right there. I don't mind canceling a pedophile. That's 100% my butt. Cancel them. Get rid of them. They're fucked up. But when you see them get more powerful and no one doing a thing, motherfucker, if I can't post a single dick pic,
wait. Whoa.
If I can't post me saying like you like I posted a clip of our podcast. It got taken down.
Really?
It got taken down in 2 hours. 2 hours.
Wait. What were we saying though?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But then you have...
and that's pure audio, too.
Exactly. It says we were breaking violations. I think the only thing I could probably think you said was nigga. But you didn't say it with the ER. You said that if you see 90% of these TikToks, most of them are saying slurs, shaking their ass, showing nudity, and they're not being taken down.
A lot of stuff is like, you know, like passive. Oh, that's like a whole like conversation. Like
these nuts are passive.
What?
Exactly, I said that. But no.
Alright, here we go to our topic.
No, Reggie, if you posted a video, alright, you posted a badass video. Okay. Your content's A1. It's of you doing something amazing.
Well, what's the amazing thing?
It's a general example, bitch.
Well, I kind of wanted...
You sword fight with a mouse.
No, change it up. I don't like that one.
You sword fight with a robot.
Does it have to be a robot?
You sword fight with the three-handed, three-boobied monster.
Can't she breathe fire?
She can breathe acid because
No, I want fire.
Fire. She spits fire. Okay. You see that there? You put that video out. All of a sudden, someone out of nowhere, the community says, "Oh, you're against violations." Why?
That's essential. That's just like passive censorship, and there's the active censorship.
TikTok doesn't know the difference between.
Really?
They're awful. Why did we get this? Happened before. It's like saying, if I say there's a video I put out, it said butthead. For some reason, I broke violations, and one of the violations I broke was like slur language.
What?
If you go through that video, it's just butthead.
Wow.
But if a girl shakes that ass and gets millions, do they get a violation? No. They get an encore.
Okay, there's always discrepancies.
There's always bullshit to me. It doesn't make
sense. So Akeem just had to vent out his fucking feelings
I
about
did, man.
that.
I did. Do I have to shake my ass just to get some clout?
You can try.
I have a huge ass. You know what I'll play in the background?
What? Into the thick of it.
Right? Into the thick of it. I'll play Faded from Kanye. just do greased up and everything. I want to see if they take that shit down. It gets 5 million views. You know, if it gets taken down, you can't cancel me. That's racist. You can't do that. I'm black.
Akeem, you okay? You want some water?
I want some juice.
Alright, shit. Since we got a little off topic, let's go to the next thing. Alright. So me and you went on dates before, not with each other.
No.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't mind, right?
What?
No, nothing. I'm sorry. I mean,
Dude, Reggie, I am straight. Go on. straighter than a pencil. Let's go.
You know, if you shake it really fast.
I swear.
Okay, no. Name like a. Okay. Have you ever dated someone nerdy? More nerdier than you? Or as nerdy as you?
Yes. I've dated, actually, honest truth, that I've actually dated an anime junkie.
Really?
Yes. Ironic, right? And all they talked about, and the thing is, they didn't want to bring it up. I knew they did. I knew they loved anime because they showed the amount of shirts they wear. That person even dyed their hair. Mm-hmm. She didn't want to admit it, so I brought up. I that's where I fucked up. I brought up something, but I don't know what triggers women in Naruto, but I brought up Naruto. She went off. Oh my god, you watched Naruto? No, bitch. Wait a minute. I watched a little bit of Naruto. Don't question me. Don't test me. I watched a little bit. Okay, so you remember when Madara? I just said I watched a little bit. Don't do this to me right now. Don't ruin the date. So she went off and she wanted to talk about Naruto, and then I'm just chilling. And I don't know. I find her personality and herself attractive, but there was a flaw. When you only have one thing to talk about in a conversation, and that's all you're going to talk about.
Yeah, that's always
it's
like,
a throw off.
Yeah. Man, that's like always like another general thing dating too. I mean, like when you don't have anything in common, but you kind of like have to stick to that one thing that.
And you can get tired of it.
Yeah, especially when you start off dating too. Because I remember when I first dated this one girl, she was a cosplayer, and she was really big on like stuff like video editing, also animation. The whole like Netflix and chill vibes, all that stuff, and. The only thing I could really say that I could not get myself over was that she kind of turned herself into those anime. Like she like picked up like the anime like characteristics, but I thought it was like kind of creepy. So here's what I mean by that: where at some point, you know how anime characters have like this whole like chibi face, where they like get their hands, they like smush their faces together, all that stuff. And when they get like super embarrassed or like all that stuff, when I saw her, I said, "Oh damn, you look pretty cute today," because like, she was wearing like a skirt with the Shadow Maker does.
She
like,
didn't do this.
Yeah, no. She did something a little bit worse. She actually like pressed her hands, she pressed her hands to her face. And he's like, "Oh no, Reggie, how could you compliment? You know how flustered I get all the time. Like, I'm watching, and I'm watching her do all this stuff, right? And she's like twitching, she's like doing like the whole like animation stuff, like she's an actual anime. And I'm wondering, why am I just standing here letting this happen? I should have just gone home. Yeah, because this is freaking weird.
Yeah, it can get weird when you actually bring the character out.
Waifu. She turned to a waifu character.
Like the bad waifu characters?
Is that what they're called? Waifus are just like the...
Because like what do you mean like... What do you mean by waifu?
Isn't that what waifu is? Like the waifu, like the girl that guys are supposed to like on animes and stuff?
Yeah, it's like your anime crushes.
Okay. So she basically like tried to be like an anime crush.
Oh, when she knows she's not?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, she's not a cartoon character.
She's a real person.
Yeah, so she
can actually bleed.
Yeah. What the fuck?
No, I'm just saying. No.
Yeah, so she actually like took in that characteristic. Yeah, that actually threw me off at that whole you could actually bleed shit. I'm about to stop the podcast. Like, yo, my nigga, like, what did you do?
What would you do if you met a girl? Like, you start dating this girl, but her this is her career. Hear me out. Would you date her if you find out she's actually a voice actor for anime hentai?
Fuck. Because I've watched hentai before.
Are you ever turned on by it?
Depends on like the fuck I'm looking at.
There we go. It all depends.
But here's the thing: if I we'll get jumped into that later. So with the whole. Would I date someone who was actually a voice actor?
On anime. Generally, mean just voice actor or anime hentai?
Voice actor for anime hentai?
Yeah, would you date a girl for anime hentai?
Of course I would, But things that if I ever had to look at her work one time and wonder like, yo, why'd you say all this?
Yeah, are you getting paid?
Because all I hear is like Oni-chan, your Oni-chan, your cock is so huge.
Oh yeah.
Why is it's piercing my belly and filling on my inside, Oni-chan? Like I'm wondering.
Yeah, you definitely watched the hentai before.
Yeah, exactly. So I know what I'm looking at. So I'm thinking, so babe, how's work?
Yeah, the question is if I get some tonight, you're not gonna say all that, right?
Honestly,
would you let her say it to you?
I would, but here's the thing: I will give her a script.
You'll tell her what to say and how to say it.
Yeah,
and so mute out the whole scream. I hate how I hate how these bitches moan. I hate how hentai girls moan.
Oh yeah, the noise in general, just like how it bothers me a little bit.
Well, like on the real note, I'm so curious. What would you tell her to say? Oh, I don't even want to hear it. Forget it.
No. We in this rabbit hole now.
Nah.
So it has to be Reggie Chan. Cause fuck, all shit's in goddamn Japanese. Please strike me again with your thundercock. That whole line. Reggie Chan, strike me again with your thundercock.
You see, that's not bad.
That's simple.
That's simple and straightforward. She doesn't have to glitch. She doesn't have to be elaborate. Like
now, since you already opened up this can of worms.
Oh, I'm a fatso. I'm probably gonna do something with food. I'll probably tell her.
Wait, so I was gonna ask you like what hentai are you like watching?
I think it's the exact same one you're watching.
Really?
Yeah, I think you gave me an example of one where it's the whole filler up thing and all. I'm like, wow. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes when you watch, this is the reason why like a lot of like women like. I mean, fuck this. Because I was gonna say like, this is the reason why like women like are like probably afraid of nerds nowadays because like shit like this. But I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of crazy ass fetishes like people are into nowadays.
Listen, like we talked about this earlier.
There needs to be a conversation when you're dating someone.
If there's a lot of this goes out to everybody. We all have secret fetishes we wish not to tell our friends because they're gonna think we're fucking monsters.
Deadass. If someone ever like went through my search history and I died the next day, no one's coming to my funeral.
No, exactly.
Like, no one's coming to my fucking funeral.
We all have dark minds, and the only thing we can do is feed them when we can.
Yo, my nigga, are you okay? Because the fact that you just said that shit like that made me think you're Dexter.
I got a lot to do when I get home.
Alright guys, just kind of getting back from Akeem's therapy session.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I don't need therapy. I'm a healthy minded boy.
Yeah, motherfucker still needs work.
Yeah. That cat had it coming.
Well, you sound like fucking Eeyore.
Shut up.
Alright, so we're talking about like just kind of getting. I want to talk about kind of getting to know like your partner more when it comes to like crazy fetishes. Like, what would you do if you found out that your girl was into a crazy ass fetish? Like,
if she's like a masochist?
Yeah, she's like into like whipping niggas and shit.
Well, how dark are we? How are we going into whipping? Like dominatrix?
Like 1762.
I don't know. Like
No. But like, how would you like? Because we're talking about like you're dating this girl, like you know her for like years already. Like there's already like a background, and there's already like the little bit of part of her came out where like the deepest like thing that she doesn't talk about to anyone else kind of came out. It just came out to you.
Like what? I need an example.
Okay, let's say
sometimes
she's
these
like,
dark things are not as dark as mine. So
God damn, nigga.
I'm not saying I'm crazy. I'm just saying, okay, I'm a little crazy, but that's not the point. The point is go on.
I see what you mean. Like it may not even be that bad. Yeah. What if the person just like what if your girl likes sucking toes?
Alright, she can suck mine. Suck my big juicy toes. I keep them shits clean, and flawless. They ain't tasting like mayo. I'll tell you that.
Okay. So we're let's go deeper. All right,
go.
What if she was into watching you?
Okay.
Fuck dudes.
Okay, so fuck dudes. First of all, I'm straight.
It's okay.
I don't know what occasion where I'm gonna be fucking a dude. Unless she has does she have a gun to my head or something? I don't know what that's such an abstract fetish. So obscure.
Okay, so let's dive a little bit deeper.
Deeper than that?
Yeah, man. Why not? Let's see where the rabbit hole goes.
Let's go.
All right. What if your girl was into pegging?
What's pegging? What do you mean by pegging?
You can fuck in the ass with a dildo.
What is with you in these male body parts in me?
What, bro? We're gonna go a little bit deeper after this.
No, you can't say.
We got one more. Is this
example the same thing as the previous two examples?
We got one more.
Why would? Okay, so you mean like she just wants to penetrate me with a dildo?
Yeah.
Like strapped onto her?
Yeah.
Ah, man.
You know, there's a lot of conversation about that not being gay.
Oh, it's not gay when your girl does it?
Yeah, bro, it's not gay if your girl fucks you in the ass, bro.
Like,
come on.
Like, how does it even get to that point?
How does she? How do you walk it? Like, how does that conversation like pop up? You just sit down with her and then she's like,
"It's my turn." Like, how about this? If your girl tells you one day that I eat shit. She legitimately eats fucking feces, Reggie. She eats that shit breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And sometimes she sneaks it in when she goes to sleep.
So we're talking about like my wife.
Your wife literally eats shit behind your back. She don't talk shit, spit shit, she eats shit.
Damn.
When you find out, would you still smack them lips upon hers, knowing she got turd in her teeth? And she's really good at hiding it.
She's really good at hiding.
Like, she brushes her teeth like 6 times a day to make sure you don't smell shit.
Damn. So that means you really gotta look back at the times that how many times you kissed this woman,
or all the time she's in the bathroom for like 2 hours.
So
she's making stir fry shit in that toilet.
Bro, it kind of depends on how many times, how often. So that's why this fucking toilet never clogged.
Exactly, because it clogs in her stomach.
So that's where you really have to kind of realize that how much you like this girl and how much you want to put up with.
No. I won't put up with shit. You see what I did there? Give me some.
Okay, like in an actual like altruistic like thing, like for me, like it's a no. But again, really depends like how you're gonna stay. If you're gonna stay with her and like keep communicating with her, because there's 2 ways you can actually handle this situation.
You leave her.
That's option A.
You leave her and take your shit. Yeah.
Take your shit?
Take your shit. I don't want my shit in her mouth. I want it down the toilet. Where it's supposed to be.
Okay. So, like I said, there's like 2 ways you can always handle the situation. Either A, you just like leave it, be like, yo, I'm not done. I'm done with this. Or B, you just say, fuck it. We eating shit together.
Don't fucking smile at me. Like, those are terrible options. I'm sorry. Here's my honest opinion. I get it. Everyone has a fetish. Everyone, honestly, being normal is highly overrated.
Crazy, but you know how wild it is to actually find someone to actually have the same quirks as you? That's legit like how you really fall in love.
Oh,
or better yet. The fact is that you'll say that shit to someone and they'll actually be okay with it. They won't like kind of like say like, okay, you need help, or nigga like, you know, we need like.
I'm gonna tell that girl she needs help if she's eating shit. I'll be 100% honest with her.
Yeah, of course. It's like, okay, we're being extreme with the whole shit thing, but I'm talking like actually leaving yourself exposed to like your actual like your inner like thing that you like about the things that you do like, things that you just can't stop.
What the fuck are you talking about, Reggie? I get that. If my girlfriend genuinely comes out of nowhere and says, I eat doo-doo. I eat doo-doo. I've been doing it for years, since I was 10. We're going to sit down and talk about it. And I'm going to brush my teeth, because that can explain why my shit smells like ass. But we're not being together.
I know. Dude, like I said, there's always like 1 or 2 ways you can handle it.
No! There's 1 or 2 ways you can shit, right? No! We're not. No.
You can leave. No,
I can leave. I can say
leave.
Okay.
Or
you
can muscle
out what?
You can leave, or you can like try and get her help.
Okay, cool. But here's the thing about finding help. They're still gonna do it before we get the help.
Okay, but this is like still like applies to like girls and guys. Obviously, like we're not saying like girls like eat shit or anything like that. You know, that's
actually a weird fetish. I'm not kidding. That's a fetish that they showed on TV. I forgot what it was called.
That's just
it's a real fetish. People legitimately, people out there mentally, something going up in there, they eat shit. That's why I brought it up.
See, what's crazy about that? And earlier we were just talking about nerds and like how a lot of people in our society, and I hate saying that fucking phrase, in our society, but like a lot of people, like especially like, you know, in our generation before, are always afraid of nerds. Where there's like always something that's like more deep and twisted
in other people's minds, besides being disgusted at a nerd for being too nerdy.
Exactly.
Like this.
See
people,
how we brought that back to the beginning.
All right. But just, oh my god, it's like saying, what's that? It's a weird fact. It's more fucked up than shit in my opinion. It's those people that get horny off of like gore and dead bodies online. There's a name for that.
Snuff porn.
No, that's just the genre.
That is.
Yeah, it's a weird fetish.
I heard like when so we're actually gonna bring this back to when we were in middle school, and obviously we won't say the guy's name, but back in middle school, we were in a computer class, and there was always this one kid, kind of weird, kind of on the on the spectrum a little bit, and always just like kind of exaggerates every story he's been on. He's always, frustrated and mad. We kind of I have always minded my business every time I saw him, because I did not want anything to do with him, because he was one of those like guy. I hope he's not a fucking school shooter.
Yeah, he was also a compulsive liar.
Yeah, of course. That's why I brought up too. He was a compulsive liar. He always like had these weird like stories to bring up, where like dead bodies or like how he got shot. Crazy kid. Like kid was out of his mind. So there's this one time in computer class where we're all just chilling, doing our work, our lab reports or some shit like that. And what did he do? Because you can explain the story a lot better.
He added here's a way of putting it: porn gore on the computers.
And those computers are locked.
Yeah, so somehow he put it in the system to the point where a lot of people were able to see it. Lucky for me, I wasn't able to see it. I wasn't using the computer.
No, lucky you.
Yeah, lucky you. You're pretty much dramatized. So I'm surprised you didn't find help that day. But that...
I only saw... Here's the thing. Because that was like before tabs.
Oh, yeah.
Were like put in. So every time I close a window, another window show up. Like, oh god, there's so many of these. What's going on? Why is man's entrails coming out?
I'm just trying to go to mini clip.
That's it.
And it was one of those days. Honestly, this is something a little notice to put out to everyone that's at it. This is I've been in a school system. And all I can say is that always be considerate of people's mindset and mental health, because you don't know what they're fighting. It can be they can be the most happiest person ever, optimistic, open-minded person, but they could be fighting such an inner battle to the point where in 5 to 6 years they can be the next school shooter. It can be that it can be very. Sometimes the school shooting can be so obvious too, like it can be very obvious. And
that guy, he was pretty. I don't think he was like a nerd. He wasn't, because like he was like more of the like he was like a guy that was like kind of into cars.
He was a gamer as well.
Yeah, he was a gamer. Okay, but he was into sports too. But the thing is that he didn't like keep up with like the conversations that like we would have. Like he would just like kind of be there. I mean, of course, it was like him included, but he was just like. Real, because like, a lot of people associated him with us because we did hung out with him,
and we didn't really pay attention at all.
We
thought, honestly, he was really good at listening. He was pretty good at listening. I do give him that.
Yeah,
but then you start to realize, oh, he's talking back. Yeah. Not like that. We didn't want him to say a piece of his mind. I mean, like he's saying whatever is on his mind, and if the piece of his mind is the dark part of his mind.
Yeah.
So he's saying whatever on the dark part of his mind.
Imagine you go to like the weirdest corner of your mind, you say that shit out loud.
It's stuff you really should keep to yourself and speak to a therapist, please.
Or just speak to Jesus.
Or that too. God's always listening. He just shows people guidance.
Yeah, I guess. Some shit.
Yeah,
We'll talk that shit to me, bro.
It's like, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much the general view of it. Like,
it was a weird time.
It was a weird, like,
It was a
honestly,
weird
there's
time.
a lot of things. No offense to the school we went to. I'm surprised there wasn't a school shooting. I'm really surprised.
It was really, the school there was, like, badly handled.
It really was. Security was just weird. Like, they were there, but they weren't there. It feels like the principal did more security, and that person was the principal. He did more security just by looking menacing, like.
Yeah, once he put the freaking shades on.
Yeah, he was just like, I don't want to fuck with that guy.
Yeah, he rolled up the sleeves.
Looking like the dude from Black Ops.
Basically.
Mr. Fisher. Oh, yeah, Captain Fisher or something like that?
Yeah, some shit like that.
But, yeah, that's pretty
well, let's say, if anything, let's end it on a positive note. Like, how I want to say. Well, what I want to say is that it doesn't really matter, like, who you are. And, like, I guess we do talk a lot of shit on this podcast. But, again, we respect.
We do.
Like,
we are considerate.
Yeah, we're considerate. We care deeply about, like, many cultures. And, like, you know... Like, I'm talking about nerd culture, mental health, all that shit, you know.
Everybody should be their own person.
Exactly, but, you know, at the same time, you gotta find, like, the group that you could actually fuck with.
That you can relate to.
Exactly.
Fucking with people that are completely opposite and judge you in every scale of your well-being and actions. They're not your crew.
Yeah, you can't go to a brunch crew and, start, like, saying this shit to a bunch of baristas and shit.
Yeah. Like, finding acceptance is a bitch. Sometimes, yeah. But at the end of the day, if you give it some time and just be you, you'll definitely find people that accept you for you. So pretty much,
like, working on your social skills is like fucking.
Yeah, that's also working on having more topics in the conversation is a lot more needed. Even if you're an introvert and you only go out like once every month, still social engagement does help with mental health. Yeah. It does help with a lot in prosperation. But yeah, that's how it is. It's life.
Well, that's the Neptune and the Professor Juice podcast.
Outie.
R.I.P. to the Ludi Warrior in his 30 male orgy.
Exactly. He'll be resurrected next week from his 30 males. I was like, damn, he's a king, my dude. Was more manly than fucking another guy in the ass. 30 male orgy.
All right, guys. Y'all take care. Have a good night.